Hi there, for today's reading lesson, we are going to be reviewing Fables. Now, we've been going over this the last couple of days, so it's just going to be a little review. But Fables are fictional stories. What did we talk about the other day? What does fictional mean? Does it mean real, or does it mean fake? It means fake. These fables that we're reading, they're not real. There's no facts in them. It's just, they're fake, made up. These stories are normally short. So does that mean that it's going to take us a week to read the story, or maybe about 10 minutes? It's going to take us about 10 minutes. These stories aren't chapter books. They don't take hours to read. They were written a long time ago. So does that mean that they were written last week or many years ago? Many years ago, right? Okay, the characters in a fable are usually animals that act like humans. What does that mean? Animals that act like humans. Well, these animals, they behave like humans. They talk and they walk and they do things that maybe humans would do. Okay, so they behave like humans. The setting is typically outside. Typically. What does that word mean, typically? Is the story always, are all these fables always going to take place outside? No, typically it means sometimes. For the most part they do. Not always though. And the last one and the most important characteristic of a fable is the story teaches a moral lesson. So we, the reader, learn from these fables that we're reading. So what was the moral lesson in The Boy Who Cried Wolf? You shouldn't lie, right? Okay. You shouldn't lie, and also what happens if you lie? Well, the next time you need someone to believe you, they may not believe you. And the tortoise and the hare? What happened here? I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. What was the lesson? Well, the hare thought, I'm way faster than the tortoise. I'm going to beat him. So then he just took a break. He didn't take it serious, right? He didn't take the race serious, and he should have, because what happened? The tortoise won. So what we're going to do on the next slide is what we've been doing all week. We're going to get that graphic organizer, and we're going to talk about the main characters of the fable from yesterday, which was the lion and the mouse. We're going to talk about the problem and resolution, and then we're going to talk about the moral of the story, what we, the reader, have learned from the story. Okay, let's go ahead and go to that slide. Find the proof in fables. So the fable we're focusing on is the lion and the mouse. We are going to go over the characters, the main characters, the problem and resolution, and then the moral or lesson. Remember, moral and lesson, they mean the same thing. Moral means lesson. Lesson means moral. Same thing. So who are the main characters in The Lion and the Mouse? Well, it was the lion and the mouse. It's even in the title. Okay, the next thing I want to go over is the problem. There was about 2 problems in the story, but I want you to think back to the problem at the end of the story. What happened to the lion? Think about it. Okay, give you more time, just pause the video. But the lion was caught in the hunter's net. That was a problem, right? He was trapped. Now, how was this problem resolved? What was the solution? How was the problem fixed? I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. Okay, if you need more time, just pause the video. But the problem was fixed by the mouse freed the lion from the net. So the lion was caught in the hunter's net, which means he was trapped. He couldn't get out. So then the mouse came and freed the lion from the net. Okay, so he wasn't trapped anymore. Now, the moral of the lesson yesterday, I would like for you to think back to it. What was the moral? What did you learn from yesterday's story? Give you a couple more moments to think about the moral. Okay, so the moral of the story was no matter the size, we should help each other because these kind deeds always sorry. No matter the size, we should help each other because these kind deeds always get rewarded. So what that means is it doesn't matter the size of a person, whether they're small or tall. If they need help, help them with kind words or actions, because one day you may need help, and you may get help from that person or from someone else. Okay, so I think the moral of the story is help others. It doesn't matter if they're small or big. Help them because you may need help one day, and you may get rewarded by getting help. Okay, so I hope you like this little review over Fables. Remember, the most important thing about Fables is we, the reader, learn from the story. There's a moral or lesson to be told.